Given Europe's dependency on Russian gas from Gazprom, how far is the EU willing to accept countering the economic consequences of Russian President Vladimir Putin's actions in Ukraine?
The EU has quite a complicated relationship with Gazprom because Gazprom stroke the Kremlin has historically had a rule and divide policy with the EU. It's always negotiated independent deals with each member state. This has resulted in a sort of situation where we have now, where the European Commission launched an investigation into Gazprom last year into price fixing and a monopoly. The results of this is due to be released in May, and it could be very damaging for the Kremlin.
The one major obstacle standing in Russian President Vladimir Putin's way when it comes to military action in Ukraine and its autonomous region of Crimea is his country's state-owned energy giant, Gazprom, according to energy experts.
I think that the situation will de-escalate in the next few months, because I don't think that Russia has an interest in further degrading its relations with the EU, because you know that the EU also and Russia have important commercial trade relations. But in the same time, I think that the European Union will try to diversify its gas furniture, trying to do it also trade with the United States.
I can see that there'd be a lot of people be concerned about this issue, of course. I am not really one of them at the moment. I don't think we will see any immediate implications. From a security of the gas supply perspective, the EU has EU energy consumers, gas consumers, have a very long-standing relationship with Gazprom. This is underscored by long-term gas supply agreements. So in the immediate sort of, if people are expecting any fallout, of course, in the media, we like to be a bit sensationalistic, I think. But I, as someone from the Brussels Energy Club, we deal with Gazprom people, we deal with European Union, DG Energy officials. I'm not really expecting any, let's say, significant impact immediately. And also, I would say one has to look at this in a wider context. There are significant areas of concern for both the EU as well as for Russia, Gazprom, in the context of their current relationship. Predominantly, I'm referring to the current investigations by the European Commission against Gazprom for potential violation of certain EU internal energy market rules and legislation, particularly those relating to competition and breach of antitrust legislation in the EU.
In the event of a military showdown, Russia could divert gas to customers through other pipelines. But commentators believe it is likely that Putin will de-escalate tensions before this point is reached. This is James Drew for JN1 in Brussels.